said I wasn't gonna mess with the factory radio system, but we got to try it out. It's the good stuff right there. We got to have it. All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. I know I said I wasn't gonna mess with these factory electronics, but I saw Earl Moorhead's video last night where even with this DX5, the vehicle's still acting up. So it has me wondering now, is this a glitch on just some vehicles, or is it the factory electronics? So I actually never ran this vehicle with the factory electronics. So basically, long story short, I bought the Vendetta. Remember, they went on sale. They were really cheap, like 200 bucks. I bought the Vendetta. Like my third time out, I get out there, turn it on. It doesn't work. I only have steering and reverse. I tried rebinding all this stuff and nothing worked. Horizon warranted it and sent me another one, but I was in a hurry because I was filming speed run videos with it. So I ordered a new receiver on Amazon. Next day, got it, put it in, and then when my warranty came, I had it as a backup. So I already had a receiver, and I figured as fast as this vehicle was, I kind of wanted to have that luxury of AVC being in here. So before I ever took it out, I put the AVC receiver in here, and then I run all my ARMA stuff, even my Low-Z Pro moto, actually, on the Dx5c remote. So I went ahead and did that. Wrong piece. So I wasn't aware of any glitches with the system. I didn't know anything about this when I did the swap. I just did it for my own convenience. But now I'm kind of curious. Put the factory electronics in, and we'll see if we can't replicate, if we don't have the same glitch with my factory stuff that I never ran. Ah, man. Alright, so I'm not gonna install this thing like permanent. I'm just taking this thing out, and we're just going to go ahead and throw this thing in here real quick. Now the AVC must be glued down. It has to be, in other words, it won't work properly. It needs to feel what the vehicle's doing. So I'm not gonna pry up that receiver. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the one that came with it and sit it in here for now, because it's gonna come back out. I'm not leaving this in here. There's a reason that I installed everything to begin with. Oh man, this thing is, it's kind of tight. Jeez. Bring this up here so you can take a better look that I indeed have the AVC receiver in here. Here is the factory one that's hooked up. Yeah, I do have a little servo extender on there. It's just hard to get in there, but I really shouldn't add anything to change any of the parameters. Just making that cable a little bit longer. I was having a hard time getting it to plug in. So I'm just gonna sit it in here. That's all I'm doing. Hopefully we won't have any problems with this thing getting caught up in something. Maybe I'll put a little piece of tape in there just to temporarily hold it. But what I'm going to do is I turned my punch level up to 7. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back down to the factory specs of 4. That way everything works as advertised, or how the factory set it up. I really wish they would do this a different way to get into here to program these things. Those of us, you got big fingers, man. This gets hard to get in here and do. So I also have a 6S Gens Ace battery that I'm going to try as well, just because, so basically we all know that this ESC is just a rebranded Hobby Wing, right? Which is why the Hobby Wing card works. But what most Hobby Wings won't have, and I could be wrong, but I don't believe they do, is the stuff for the smart telemetry, that all the data runs through the ESC through the receiver back to your transmitter, so you can read battery voltage and engine RPM and motor temps and stuff like that. That probably not going to be on a stock Hobby Wing, right? So what I'm thinking is there's something wrong with the software in here communicating between the two. So maybe with the smart batteries, something's working. So I'm going to take the smart batteries out and run it with that as well, and see if there's not something going on. That if the ESC doesn't talk to the batteries, something's going on. Well, I believe it's the receiver, because once I put this in, I haven't had any problems. But something's going on here where it's not talking. Because think about this. Why won't this work with the Spectrum programmer? Why will this not communicate with this? There's something going on to where it's not talking the same language, which is probably why there's something that when it talks to here, something this thing doesn't recognize that receiver's telling it to do. Because when you squeeze the throttle, it's sending it a signal to say, hey, increase the output by so much. Something in there when you let go or whatever's going on, I think this is interpreting it as brake, just for a split second as the trigger releases. So I don't know. And because I don't believe this transmitter, and I'll check it here in a second. Oh no, I can't, because it's this is a dumb remote. Because I don't think this receiver transmits any data, where this receiver does transmit the data. That's how you get all that on your remote. So let's see here. So okay, so 10 is the punch mode. Whoa, 10 says I'm on. Oh, so that says easy run. Okay, well, let's go to the book. Let's go to the book here, because that's obviously not matching that table, because mine should be reading 7. Guess I could scroll through and find out where the 7 is, but let's see. Alrighty. Punch setting is number 4. Okay. So we're going to go here to item number 4. See, it's on 7. So that went to 9? Wait. Oh yeah, it goes to 9. Okay, so 4. Okay. So now we had to set back the factory specs. I really wish I could just leave this. But it's not a jumper. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, something in the programming to make this a Spectrum ESC has got to be off. There's got to be a reason that this doesn't talk to the Spectrum programmer, but it will a Hobby Wing. So whatever Hobby Wing in here, it's obviously recognizing, but something Spectrum has changed. So like I said, if the programmer has a problem communicating with this, maybe so does the receiver, where it's working well enough that the vehicle actually runs, but there's some type of glitch apparently with this. Alright, let's try this. Orange light. All right, let's go run this thing. I think this should be okay. I'm just gonna go back and forth. I don't want this thing getting caught up in the drive shaft, but we're gonna run this antenna wire here. It should be fine. This is just for testing purposes. Because like I said, the AVC has to be glued down. It needs to stay steady so the car knows what it's doing. So I'm not prying this up, and I'm not fighting that damn antenna tube again. So we're just gonna leave that bounce around in there loose, and we'll see if we can get the glitch. And if we don't, then I'll try swapping out the battery. You know what I mean? Stranger things have happened. So see you outside. All right, so that was good. That was good. We replicated that problem, and I had a feeling we would. You know, like Earl and RC Guy Garage, they've been around. They know what they're doing with these things. You know what's? Look at this thing. It's driving me crazy here. This thing for the fan. Look at that. Pops out. It's not very tight at all. I think I'm gonna put this jumper over here. Okay, so we're hooking the AVC back up. I'll tell you, they didn't give you a whole lot of cable here for the throttle. Because Earl replicated that same problem with the his DX5, I'm not going to worry about binding my DX5 to that receiver. I think we've proven now, and I can't wait to see his video. Hopefully he changes out the receiver before he does anything else, and we'll see what kind of results he gets. Okay. What? Yay. I'm not sure if it's this pin connector or what, but something's just not. It doesn't sit in this ESC very well. So I'm just gonna use this jumper then. Yeah, see, that clicks in there nice. Heard a little click. Because this thing here is not sitting in that ESC very well. Alright. See the AVC working. Woo. Smart. Aye. A lot of people blamed the ESC right off the bat. Everybody's jumping on that. You know, you got to give it some time. People can't believe it's a receiver issue. The receiver is telling the ESC what to do. Now, granted, that doesn't always have to be the case. There could be an issue with the ESC causing something. In this case, it does appear to be the receiver. So the other receiver, I don't believe it's like a two-way. I don't believe it transmits and receives, where like with this one, and I just you know, this one you could tell where your steering trims are at, throttle trims, all that. It'll tell you that your batteries aren't fully charged before you start out. So right there, because we just ran down. See, my temperature's at 127. If I throttle it, we'll see the RPM and all that. So, oh, look at that battery temperature. So all that's being transmitted from the ESC through the receiver, Oh, pack 1, pack 2, okay. That's weird, one's warmer than it. Probably the bottom one would be warmer. So there must be something in the protocol with this two-way talking that this ESC accepts that the other one doesn't. Or something's going on. Something, when you let off that throttle, for some reason there's some type of glitch. But the good thing is they put in the same ESC in the brand new Kraton that's about to be released, but they're putting this receiver, the 6200, in the Kraton, and you're getting the Dx3 remote. So I have a feeling the Kraton shouldn't have this issue. So that should be a good thing if you're on that pre-order for the Kraton. So, all right, let's go outside again. Study this closely. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not going to see it happen, because I was looking for this all day yesterday when I was filming to see if this would pop up. Yeah, all day yesterday I was watching for this front end to just drop like that, and I never did. It just always coasted very nicely. But today, I definitely caught it. Definitely caught that. Now, maybe because I'm running mine on the street, it's probably making a little bit more noise. Earl was on that tennis court, so I don't think the tires are making quite as loud as a roaring noise. And, oh, okay. Whew, I thought I turned it off. Alright, see you outside. So, yesterday when I drove this, I was going 100% based on what Earl was saying, and I didn't see it, which it doesn't seem to do it at 100, so we're gonna try this with 3/4. No, it did it. It just did it. It is definitely not a receiver or a transmitter issue. It's not. Because it just did it. Man, here I'm thinking that I didn't have the issue, but see, it just did it. See with the AVC though, how straight it stays. I'm gonna watch full speed, and there also seems to be an issue. For some reason, I keep getting a battery imbalance reading on this. I never had that before with these packs. See, it just snapped down. Yep. See, full speed, it's not doing it. See how it just... Smart battery imbalance. See, I don't know why I'm getting that. These are brand new packs. See how the AVC just keeps that nice and straight? Let's watch. See, it did it. Totally did it. And you could kind of hear that clunk. Man, did you see how hard it just did it there? Let's see. Yep. When I need to do it where it's right next to me, though. That's what I gotta do. Let off when it's right on top of me. Nah, I think. Man, I heard it clunk. I need to do it closer. See, I can't get it to make that clunking noise close to me, but I hear it. But you saw that last one, it dipped. See how it just. Normally when you just coast it, the front end should just drop a little bit, but you see a really big dip in that front end. See how it just did that? Now we'll come back, we'll just go like quarter throttle. See, nothing. We'll go 100%. See, nothing. See, I think the reason I never noticed it on my first test drive is because I'm usually like this full throttle or off, or just like little glitches like that. Which doesn't seem to trigger it. I don't know. But even during my jumps, I never really, but that's because I hit the jumps. I went full throttle and then launched. Because when I did my jumps on my test video, it was a very short ramp. I was just on a BMX track. So I had to go full throttle to get some speed. I never hit it. And then see that. So even with the AVC, you can have some fun sliding around, but this thing's got some power, man. She does. She got some power. So yeah, mine's not clunking as loud as what I heard on Earl's video, but I mean, I've heard it. Maybe you need to come to a complete stop. Now we'll do this. My battery's about had it. That's weird. I'm not getting like a low battery warning. I get 21.9 volts. But it's got nothing. That is weird. Now see, what is that? Why is it? I don't know. Unless it's designed to do that when its battery's low, but I usually get a warning on my remote that, hey, battery voltage is low. I've never had it do this stuff. Well, that is weird. Well, there you have it. We still have the problem with this receiver and remote. So there appears to be some type of glitch with the ESC or something in the programming. So I expect to see maybe a ESC update coming out hopefully soon here, but they're gonna have to fix the fact that the programmer doesn't work. And I know some people said, the programmer. Now, you don't even need the Hobbywing programmer. You can program it through the buttons. That's initially what I did to get the punch level 7. But to update the software on the ESC, you do have to go through the card, which I'm not sure if this one has it or not. No, see, there's no USB on this one. To update your firmware on a ESC or servos and stuff like that, there's a USB port on here. So you plug this into your computer, and then you plug it to here, and this is like the gateway in between the two. But I'm with you guys. I agree. Shouldn't have to buy this kind of stuff. Maybe you should put a USB port right on the ESC so you could do this, but is what it is. Hell, to update the firmware on the Dx5 so I could put the Pro Moto on it. I'd spend 25 bucks for a cable that plugs in back here. Why they didn't do a USB cable, I don't know, but they got this thing that's like a servo wire, and you need a cable that goes from that servo to a USB. I know there's been some people giving Earl a hard time, saying he's too picky, he's just trying to find stuff. Man, the guy is like one of our best consumer advocates out there. He's very mechanical nature. He's a mechanic by trade, kind of like me. I work on cars, not for a living, but I work on cars. So I kind of have that eye too of seeing mechanical stuff in a different way, maybe some people. But he's really our best advocate out there. When he finds this stuff and he makes it known, it helps you make a better decision if you want to buy it, or even, like he said, Armor reached out to him, so now they are aware of the problem, and hopefully they're going to work to get like a software revisement for this, some new firmware to put in here, and they need to get their program card working. But yeah, there we have it. Probably for most people, I don't think you're going to experience it, because I never noticed it on my drive, but like I usually just go full trigger on and off. I'm usually not like easing into it. Even my jumps, I said I had short ramps, so I was kind of just like, I always hit the ramp at like kind of full throttle. So imagine people were going easier, that's why they were experiencing that problem. But yeah, it's still a fun RC, and I really don't think this should deter you from getting it. I'm not sure like how often, because the way I was driving it, I hadn't experienced it until I knew just to go about 3/4 or maybe a little less than 3/4 and then let go, and that's when you see it, no matter what. So it's definitely not something then with the receiver, the remote, or whatever. It's something that this receiver's, or the ESC, some information, something's going on here. Whether it's when you let off, maybe there's a backfeed of current from this motor, because I believe this is all a new setup too. Could be wrong, but maybe there's something with the caps that it doesn't. I don't know. There could be like I said, a backfeed of current when you go throttle and reverse, and then the motor's now got tension going the other way. Maybe something's creating and it's throwing this thing off. Maybe it's something in the programming where it just doesn't know what to do with that one split second of throttle. It's hard to say, and it's probably beyond what any of us could ever diagnose. This is the the computer guys are gonna have to go in here and look for like a bad line of code, is what I'm thinking. All right, everyone, don't give Earl a hard time, man. He's doing a lot for us, looking out for us. All right, and so hopefully now, you know, we got another video that can kind of confirm these problems, and hopefully this helps everybody out. We can get this problem fixed, and we can all go on and have, you know, a better RC because of it. All right, everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. It means a lot, trying to grow this channel so I can, you know, bring you these great RCs. So all the subscriptions and that really do mean a lot. Greatly appreciate it. So like, share, comment, please. Let's spread the word, help grow the channel, and thank you very much for your time. Hope you got some useful information out of this. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the next one.